Hi everyone, in this video tutorial series, I'm gonna show you how to slice in design from Figma into mobile apps with Flutter. So, let's begin. In this video, I'm gonna use design from Build with Angga named Startup Empty Pages UI Kit. Thanks Build with Angga. So let's move to our code editor. And in here, I was enabling USB debugging on my Android phone. And I also was making a folder project named empty pages. Within this directory, I was adding all the assets that I needed, including fonts and images. And I was registering them all on pubspec.yml. The last preparation that I made is to code theme.dart for theming the apps that I'm gonna make. As you can see, I have headline 5, body text 1, subtitle 1, and the theme. So, I'm ready to code. Let's begin. The first thing that I have to do is to import all the packages that I needed. And we begin with the main function. We name our application with my app. And in here, I'm gonna make a stateless widget name my app. And in here, I'm gonna make a static map name map. Sorry. Maybe I have to type below the constructor. What I'm typing here is the image's name and the text on the button. As you can see, there are three buttons: back to home, view report, and send message. Sorry for the interruption. My daughter was awake. So let's continue with the code. And in here, I'm gonna make a final variable name temp. Temp of, sorry, this is the temp that I made before. And I'm gonna return material up widget. In material up, there is one property named temp, and we assign with the temp that I declared before. And I want to debug, so check mode banner set to false. In material app widget, we have also the property name home, and we return scaffold in here. In scaffold, we have body property, and we return pages. This is the class that I'm gonna make. But the code or the class that I'm gonna make is button. In here, I was making a directory named buttons, and within buttons directory, I have buttonup.dart file. So let's continue with this firstly. And we also made a stateless widget named button up. In here, I am defining a final text with the return value string. I forget the semicolon here. Let's see the design. We can see that the button have a property width and height consecutively 245. And we can copy the color. Because the button, so we have to paste or to assign to a child property and elevated button widget. So in here, we can defining the color and the rounded and the radius of the button, because we can see that there are two radius for the top left, the bottom right, the top right, and the bottom left. So the radius is 11 and 4. So I think the button is ready. Let's move to the next file. It is pages. Oh, sorry. The value of the local variable temp isn't used. So there is something missing that I'm gonna assign before and I forget. And I forget for the text style. We can see the text style is here, Montserrat, with the weight 500 and the size 16. So the text style that I have to assign is body text 1. Sorry. Instead of using body text 1, I have to use subtitle 1 because the weight is 500. So let's type it. So I think the button is really ready. Let's move to pages. Like before, I was making the pages directory and within it there is pages.dart file. So let's continue our code in here. And for pages, we also defining a status widget. And I'm gonna return scaffold widget. Within scaffold widget, we have a body property like before. And let's go to our design again. As you can see, for the body, we can use the column widget because we can arrange our widget from top to bottom. In here, we can see we can use the size box and then we use the image and the size box again, and after the size box we have a container with the children is also the column. So let's begin. We can see the height is 110. I'm gonna use expanded and each child is image asset widget. And after that, we also have a size box with its height 111.14. And after that, we have a container with the width and height property consecutively is 375 and 290. And we can see the radius in here is 30. So the child is text followed by another text and button. Let's start with the first text. We can copy here. And we can see the properties of the text. So we can use the headline 5. And for the second text, I'm gonna use the container for its parent with the property with 297 and height is 72. And we can also copy the content in here. and see all the properties of the text. Montserrat 416. We can use the body text one. After that, we can see we can use the size box again. With the height is 30. And after the size box, finally we are gonna use our button up. So let's move to main.dart and assigning it all in the body. We can assigning it with the map that we created before. We use the keys, add element 0, and in here we use the values, add element also 0. So let's testing it on my Android device. This process will take a long time because I still use an SSD. I still use the hard disk on my device. I'm not using an SSD, so for the short, I'm gonna pause it, and after the launching of the apps on my Android device, I'm gonna continue the recording process. So the apps is already launched on my Android device. I think there is one thing missing. Maybe the size box here. I think we have to wrap it with the column, and we are gonna use the size box, and the height is 40. Let's do hot restart. So I think we have also to wrap the size box and the bottom up within the column. We can see the difference. So let's undo. Do the hard restart again. Hmm, Within this container, we have to have size box, but so also in here, I'm gonna fix it firstly between two texts. We also have to have a size box with its height 16. Okay, so the problem is here. So I fix it, and the button, there is no function defining for the button. So let's move to main.dart again and change the key and values element with 1. And also we can copy the text from here, from the second design. The text is they are gone. And the second text is the long one. So let's do hot restart again and see what's happened. Yes, the application changes. For the last, let's change with the element 2, and we can copy again from the last design. The text is new customer. And the second is the long one. Let's do the hard restart again. Yes, we can see that we made the changing again. So, that's enough for video right now. See you on my next video. Thank you.